Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Daily Bone podcast episode where we discuss all things crypto markets. That includes the majors like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, meme coins, and of course, NFTs. Today, we're going to discuss macro turmoil with rate cut odds dropping and NVIDIA earnings outperforming. We're also going to talk about the threat of quantum computing, seeing a lot of talk on the timeline about this right now. And we're going to talk about a new token launch coming later today from none other than Jesse Pollack. GM, thank you for listening. If you're listening on Spaces, give us a like, give us a comment, give us a follow, a retweet, a bookmark, push us out there in the algorithm. If you're listening on if you're listening on YouTube, drop a comment, let us know what you want to talk about today. And if you're listening on Zora, we're streaming live every day on Zora. We love our Zora listeners. Give us a comment there. We'll be checking out some of your pages as well on Zora. I'm joined this morning by Clemente. Clemente, how you feeling today? Feeling good? 1 second.
Sorry, I was commenting on the Zora page. Saying what's up.
Love it. Love it.
I'm doing well, right? I had a good night's sleep. I'm feeling recharged after the trip to New York. I think this is the first. Well, I can't remember the last time the crypto Twitter landscape. Well, in general, actually, not just crypto Twitter. I haven't seen it like this where people are so undecided and so confused on where the market's going. Like, even the smartest people are like, dude, honestly, I have no clue. They're like, I think it could go this way. And then I switch the next day and they're trying to figure it out. I was with Pio one morning in New York and he was listening to like his Bitcoin stuff where it's like these smart ass people, boring as hell, are talking about Bitcoin. And they were so confused. They're trying to figure out why all these like Bitcoin whales are selling, and they're trying to figure out what's going on with the macro and all. And I'm like, dude, these guys have no idea what's happening, no clue. So it is interesting. I don't know what to do with that information, actually. So, I'm buying here. I'm buying a little bit. I bought some stocks yesterday. I bought some Bitcoin. I'm down on the bit. Every time I bought Bitcoin, we've lost. I've been down money. Yesterday, I bought it like 91K, and then it dumps down to 89. I was like, damn, okay, well, that was not ideal. So, yeah, but, just hanging on, right? I'm trying not to stay too attached to market conditions and just rocking and rolling, man.
Yeah, we've seen a number of these like big names talk about flip-flopping. Ansem on the timeline saying short it all, then it going up, and then saying he's long and then going down. You saw Michael Burry basically like shut down his fund at the top, saying like, I don't know what's going on, because he's been habitually like bearish on the market. And he's like, I don't understand the market. I'm out of touch. And then as soon as he did that, like we Pico topped on basically everything. So he's like he's going back and forth. So yeah, there's a lot of like confusion, and it is definitely difficult to figure out where we are going like from here. So
what is it? I don't know what that beep is going on.
I'm trying to figure out how to stop it. It's WhatsApp on my computer.
What are you using WhatsApp for, right?
Yeah, I don't know. It's unreal. There's no reason for me to have WhatsApp.
Yeah. Look, I also, this is one of the few times I've had like money stabled up, ready to deploy. One of the, that I'm not like desperately out of money during a market downturn. So I'm also trying to figure out when to buy, what to buy. It's a great problem to have, because before I was literally just desperately out of money and I was like, I just need to hold and just suffer through it. So yeah, I was, I kind of like Moonbirds here, for example. I'm like, okay, a Moonbird at 1.8, that's like $5,000. Pretty interesting. We spent some time with the Spencer man in New York. We went to his office.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, we got a little surprise coming soon, but yeah, I'm kind of like, okay, Moonbird, like if you look at Moonbirds and if you think about, will this make a new all-time high again? My gut is saying yes.
All-time high?
Not all-time high. All-time high is like fucking 30. AR, I don't know. I kind of want to buy one, but I also don't want to spray my capital anywhere. Like, I think their all-time high was 4.5. 4.5 ETH this year.
So
Yearly
this
high.
year, let's look in the last year.
But that part, and then you got Baby Johnny Guitar 20 being like NFTs are not interesting. They're all going to zero. I would disagree with that. But at the same time, I'm like, dude, you know, I have a bias because I love NFT so much. And I don't know, like, I don't know if my bias is I love NFTs and I think they're going to come back. But then I realized, like, you know, I think the NFT segment is such a small portion of the market. So, but I do like, I think Moonbirds are like, if we get Moonbirds down to like 1.5, it's time to snatch them up.
I feel like Mythic's got like up there too. Like this feels low for Moonbirds. I'm struggling to buy any legacy asset right now at all. Like I'm sitting on my hands in on capital, and I don't even want to buy like legacy tokens. Like at this point, I'm like I want to like with this uncertainty, I want to be deploying capital into things that are new, that are cheap, that are high upside, and that are early. I don't want to be getting into anything that exists.
Ray will not be buying Bitcoin. Bitcoin, holy shit, that is some legacy boomer shit.
No, I mean Bitcoin, fine, but I'm saying like any other token right now, just a trade is so hard to do. Like I'm talking about trading, not like buy and hold.
Well, we did well with that May I Meet You token. I think I made like 6 SOL on that.
Yep, exactly. That one cooked. I cooked on one of the other Matrica tokens, the Zoomer one. We shared that in the Bodogas Discord too. I think a lot of people ate there. But yeah, like that's like the name of the game right now for me is just looking for new opportunities while everything else is shopping. Because I can't make heads or tails of which way we're going. Like I've been smashed in perps trading. I can't handle it. NFTs, like it feels like it's a really tough sell on the NFT side right now. And any legacy token, like you're buying wrecked, like you could have that crazy stuff happen, like we saw the other day with the liquidation, you know? So like everything right now is just like very, very hard to identify like where the edge is. And I think the edge for me in this market is new opportunities. So I'm going like ham on new opportunities. That's the goal.
So what you were looking at the art blocks thing yesterday. What else are you like?
Art blocks, any kind of new mint that is cheap. I'm looking at token launches. I'm looking at farming stuff in the future. So I talked about USDAI before. There's another protocol coming out that is doing something similar with stablecoins back to energy called Daylight. So it's like solar, essentially, like decentralized solar. So things where I can just make a small play or like a delta neutral play where I'm like buying stable coins, farming it, and pulling stable coins out. Like that sort of thing is what interests me right now. Things like Yeet, like I finally might start farming Yeet. Try to find like the most efficient way to do that. But like new tokens, new airdrops is kind of like where my head is right now. Like I don't want to be trading anything that like exists.
There you have it, folks. I mean, that's I think I like the stance. I think it's good just to have a stance in general in regards to the market and having a plan. You have one. I don't know if I mean, honestly, I probably agree with it. I don't know what I would like a lot of these legacy altcoins. I'm like, dude, I would not buy this. And the price action is not great on them.
Well, they're all tied to the macro, to Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana. Anything you buy is going to be tied to Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana. And if we don't know which direction those are going, it's so hard to jump on the bandwagon for some of these. Like you're throwing darts. Like whatever pumps, why the hell is it pumping? I have no idea. Like GameStop, GME up 57% today. Like congrats to GameStop people. They got their one day of pump, but you probably miss this. You're gonna FOMO in. I don't understand. Yeah, who that just commented, need to ape into the Coinbase monad sale. Yeah, I'm absolutely doing that. That's like part of the strategy. Yeah.
Haha. Yeah, welcome to the club. Welcome to the club. Finally, you're copying my flow, man. Did you put in like a sizable amount? How much you putting in there?
I'll probably put somewhere between 5 and 10K.
Holy shit. Damn, it's down to 3.7 bill. Okay. I feel comfortable with my $836 I put in there. You know, just an amount I can completely ride to zero. Are you holding that for 30 days?
Yes.
Okay. I like it. I'm a fan.
Yep, that's the plan. Hold it for 30 days, see what else is going to drop. Maybe even hold it longer, to be honest. I feel like Monad's being slept on too. I feel like it's just getting swept under the rug. We do have a lot to talk about. I want to do a quick weather report, and then we'll jump into some of these other things before it gets we get too deep into it.
Absolutely, Ray. Let's do this. Let's kick this off. A lot to talk about. Market is being extremely volatile and kind of nuts, but we're going to break it all down. Today's Thursday, November 20th. Looking over at the crypto roundup. The majors are down slightly after a volatile day with Bitcoin at 90K. It dipped below 89. Congrats to anyone that got in there. Some 88K Bitcoin. Ethereum is below 3K. Solana at 140. Hype's at 39. I mean, those numbers look consistently the same, but slightly bleeding. Over the past 24 hours, the Board of Labor Statistics canceled the U.S. October jobs report. How can you just do that?
You can just do things.
I mean, before they were claiming that they were missing job data because of the government shutdown. Now they're just going, hey, we're just going to cancel it, which is absolutely ridiculous. And now odds of a no rate cut in December have spiked to 65% on Polymarket. Oh, God. I would argue that's probably the main reason why we're dumping. We were expecting a rate cut. Now we're not getting it. And we're going, man, what's going on here? So I would assume people are getting laid off and the economy's not in great shape. Next up, Hyperliquid announced HIP3 growth mode, which reduces fees on tokenized equity perps by 90%. The goal of the initiative is to incentivize initial liquidity and open interest in the new equity products. That's pretty cool. So you can now long and short stocks on Hyperliquid. Finally, Vitalik and others expressed concerns about quantum computing breaking crypto. Vitalik pushed the Ethereum Foundation to take swift action to develop quantum resistance, as he believes the time frame for quantum may be approaching faster than most predict. You don't like to see that. That's all for the weather report. Back to you in the studio.
Excellent weather report as always, Clemente. I want to talk about this quantum thing really quickly and just give like a very brief synopsis on my small amount of research that I've done, looking at what smart people are saying on the side of we're in trouble. There are people on both sides of this, of course, people saying, hey, this isn't an issue, people saying it is an issue. I'm seeing more and more smart people kind of start talking about it on the timeline. So it's something that's jumped onto my radar. So what Vitalik said at this conference was that he said elliptic curves are going to die. It's essentially the cryptography method used by Ethereum at a base level. So if these elliptic curves die, the cryptography that makes up Ethereum breaks, and it breaks a system where you can do things like double spend, like take over a user's wallet, change transactions, all sorts of things that are bad. And he says it could happen as early as the presidential election in 2028, giving the Ethereum Foundation 4 years to migrate to quantum-resistant cryptography, assuming that everything advances on schedule. We also had Nick Carter essentially talking on this topic as well, and he seems like he is very concerned. Nick Carter is a pretty prominent Bitcoiner. He's a very smart person. He released a very big brain breakdown on cryptography and how quantum computing is effective. But basically, what he's saying here is like.
By the way, he's also a huge AI guy. Like he got in on Anthropic extremely early, and that's now I think at like a $350 billion valuation.
So essentially talking about like the quantum threat, he says, when I discover a secret like this, I get this urgent sensation like I have to act on it now with as much intensity as I can muster. I felt this way in 2016 when I realized I had to do anything possible to build a career in crypto. I got this feeling in 2018 when I realized AI was going to completely take over the economy. In 2020 when I realized stablecoins were going to completely displace established settlement rails. All these things are completely verifiable. And now in 2025, knowing the magnitude of the threat that quantum poses to all blockchains. And essentially, he's talking about like a couple posts. There's a study that came out with Google's new chip that reduced the estimates for the algorithm that will break quantum by 20x.
Jesus.
There's a number of things saying like this post that I don't know this guy Haseeb, but he's basically saying someone's projecting it gets broken in 2034. That still gives us 10 years, but he's like, well, last time we had this projection, it was saying 2052 was when this was gonna fail. So like in the last 3 years, the time to like worry has dropped by 20 years. And with the speed the technology is moving, I'm concerned that this is going to drop even further, essentially. And he's basically saying like blockchains are going to need like a 4-year runway to start working on this solution. So that scares me a lot, considering like we could see something breaking this within 4 years. So concern here, this could be the big black swan eventually that really hurts not only crypto, but anything that involves encryption. So I'm keeping a close eye on both quantum, and then I was talking about earlier, we were talking about like what I'm investing in. Like if I can find like quantum resistance, anything that involves like ways that crypto and like kind of like quantum resistant like meet. Like we've seen a number of like tokens. I don't know the names right now, but like people working on quantum resistant tokens. So like that's another angle that I'm looking at right now as this debate kind of heats up, because I'm beginning to start seeing it on my timeline. And I think it is going to be a concern that whether it's rooted in fact or not, if it's something we see, I think it is going to be like a meta that is going to happen.
Hey, really, thank you for getting me really optimistic about the future, Ray. That was awesome, dude. Really exciting stuff. I mean, what's the opposite of a black swan?
I don't know, a white goldfish.
Something that's good is what we need. We need. I do like. I mean, you do a good job of tracking and monitoring narratives. If there is something, so let's chalk this up. We got the Daily Bone, what to watch for. If you find anything with that narrative, Ray, anti-quantum computing blockchain, anti-quantum computing coin, you let us know, okay? And we'll go all in.
Absolutely. I think there is something like semi-tradable now. I need to go back and look at it. That people were like saying it was, but I never did enough research into it. It was like maybe a month ago. Someone shared it either in Bodalgo's Discord, or Bodalgo listens to this show, shared it on the show. But I'll need to take a look at that again. But I mean, we still have times. This is like longer term. Like it could like shape up to be a bearish narrative this year. There we go, Manny. Yeah. Cubic, I think, might have been what he was talking about before. Q Labs on Hyperliquid. Yeah, so there are some of these things, and I think that we may see pumps in them. But I mean, the time frame for it breaking is not imminent. So I mean, if we're looking at this cycle and we're saying, okay, well, the cycle completes or gets near completion, like it's not something to freak out about today. But
it's more so about the narrative. It doesn't actually need to be a problem. What matters is the narrative that it can be a problem and that someone is solving it. Like people don't actually care about privacy right now, but it's the future of privacy where the government will actually be monitoring all your stuff. And in 5 years, if we move to a complete authoritarian like world government, or in 10 years, that's what the narrative is for.
Yep, exactly. And I think we're going to see some quantum trades coming out, and we'll keep an eye on them. If you're going to, in the Bodalgo's Discord, you own a Bodalgo, that's where we're going to be discussing them first hand. So if you want the alpha, that's where you're going to have to be. But we'll move on to some more exciting and upbeat stuff. Polymarket raising more funds here, $12 billion valuation. This is up from a previous round at $10 billion. You love to see prediction markets continuing to up valuations, raise capital. One of the prominent use cases for crypto. Have you been looking at any Polymarket odds at all, Clemente? Is there anything that's interested you lately with Polymarket outside of like what we talk about in general, like rate cut, etc.?
I do. So there's a couple things here. The first one is and I'm a dumbass for not taking this, is Dancing with the Stars season 34 winner. I was on this. I blew this because I should have taken it. I watch Dancing with the Stars every Tuesday, and Robert Irwin was at like sub 50% for quite some time, and now he's up to 76% to win it. I would hammer Robert Irwin. So this is one that I like. I still might take this and just take the Alex Earl also is looking good. I might take Alex Earl 23%. I don't hate. She's been doing very well. And the other one is a Battle of the Sexes, Arena Sabalenka versus Nick Kyrgios. This is tennis. They're doing a male versus female tennis match, and I'm like, you have to take Nick Kyrgios on this. So if I take Nick, what do I put $100? $100 to win 10. That's a 10% return. I don't hate that. So I'll take that.
Let's look at the rules there. Look at the rules for a second, Clemente.
I mean, it's just who wins.
Well, yes and no. Look at after the resolutions for who wins. Look at that one right there. If the match is canceled, not played at all, ends in a tie, or is delayed beyond 7 days from the scheduled date without a winner determined, the market will resolve to 50-50.
So what does that mean?
If they don't play for whatever reason, or if it gets delayed 7 days.
Or they tie, which I don't think is going to happen.
Yeah, I think the concern is not being played or pushed beyond 7 days. That's why Sabalenka may be where she is. I can see a scenario where they just don't play the match.
Why would they not play the match? They're going to play it, right?
Are they? I don't know much about it, but it feels like it could be one of those things where it's like, do we really want to see this?
We're going to do this. Okay, so yeah, maybe I wouldn't take that then, right? Way to freaking bum me out, dude.
I'm just worried. I'm just alerting you of why the odds are stacked the way they are. I feel like it should be higher for Kyrgios. Or what's his name? Kyrgios? How do you pronounce it?
Kyrgios, yeah.
Cheerios.
Cheerios is gonna win. Yeah, I mean, look, tennis is the only thing I really feel like I have any sort of advantage in. So I've been looking at that. These get a lot of volume, which is kind of wild. So yeah, I've been looking at these. But other than that, I haven't really looked at anything else on Polymarket. Is there anything else you're interested in?
Well, I'm looking at this Trump Epstein thing. He signed it into, I believe he signed the release of the files. They're going to be out by, it looks like they're saying December 31st. That's super interesting to see that. I could see like the way this thing has been like pushed on and delayed so many times, like taking a flyer on the no there seems interesting to me. I need to dig in to figure out like what he signed exactly, if there's like any sort of time limit on it. But like if there's any way that they can legally push it, I feel like this thing just gets pushed again. I feel like that's like an interesting opportunity.
The Chilean presidential election. Look at this. We saw a jump. Our guy's up to so I would actually, I do like that bet. I would take basically the delay, Ray, that it doesn't get announced by a certain period of time. Yeah, this is it. Look at this. My dad actually gave some good advice to hammer. He said to hammer this, but then he said the other lady. So they're doing a runoff right now between these two. The blue lady, Jeanette Jara, they're doing like a second round because the first person didn't have enough of a deciding vote. She's a hardcore communist. So it's a hardcore communist versus like a right conservative guy.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like the right guy is going to win. So
well, you guys had some alpha on this like way back when Kix was trading this.
Yeah, and it didn't work out.
No.
Well, it worked. It was basically just buy this guy, the orange guy,
right.
And that ended up playing out very well. But it was to like my dad was like, if you're gonna take one, it would be this other girl. It would be this lady who did not win. Boom! Look at that. See ya.
Wow, she was up there too.
Yeah,
it's crazy how much that's flip flopped. I mean, I guess we saw that with our election as well.
So you like this? Will Trump release the Epstein files? So you would bet the no on December 31st.
Yeah, I probably definitely. What's that? November 30th? I think I take the no on November 30th too. I take both those.
Yeah, you know, they're gonna be hanging out. It's
That's 10 days. They're gonna release it the week of Thanksgiving.
no,
Government shut
they
down.
would never do that. The government's not still shut down, is it?
Well, I'm saying on Thanksgiving.
Oh,
On
yeah.
that,
People are
yeah,
traveling for Thanksgiving. They're hanging out.
yeah, they're getting their
I would
turkey.
take, yeah. Look at this. You can take $100 to win 830. That's pretty good. Taking the no on December 31st. The problem is, I know I just have no edge on this.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I'm gonna get rinsed. I mean, we're looking at Easy Eats Bodegas down 13 grand. He's like, you know how I'm gonna turn it around? I'm gonna go all in on conviction plays.
Easy, not on the show today, has to deal with an invasive plant situation on the farm. Like I'm picturing like the little flowers from like Mario coming out, like shooting fireballs down in his farm.
So we have Small P Energy saying, how are you guys not talking about the current S&P 500 move? The fact that it's pumping, it is up 1.6%. Wow. It's Nvidia beat earnings. Looks
Well,
like is what's
Nvidia
going on.
is, yeah. Let's look at SPX.
Oh, it's gig ascending.
Let's pull it up. Pull it up. Yeah, we just opened. I mean, I'm on the weekly. Sorry. I haven't even. This is kind of why we're not talking about that. Look at the weekly. Like there's nothing crazy here that's happening out of the SPX. We gapped on the daily, but we've been so like look at this whole period. We've been so choppy with so many gaps, both up and down here. You know, gap, 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 gap. Like we've been all over the place. So it's like hard to make heads or tails of this. Yeah, it's great that it's pumping. It could be good in the short term, but I think we're just going to see this continued like where the hell are we in the economy for the next month almost until we get the December rate cut decision and information about like where the Fed's head is at.
Yep.
So I think it just goes back to that heads or tails. Like you can't make heads or tails of the market.
Yeah, Small P Energy. Nice comment, dumbass. It doesn't matter, dude. What happened to Tensor, Ray? Why did Tensor pump yesterday?
I have no idea. I haven't had a chance to look into it yet. I know that it ran like 5x overnight, right?
I think it did like a 3x, but I don't know why.
Yeah, it ran from we're looking at here 77 cents to 36 cents at the or sorry 7.7 cents to 36 cents at the high. It's still up 200% right now. Let's take a look over at their Twitter. It's hard for me to imagine something. I mean, maybe something with Vector could have happened. Vector is their meme coin trading platform.
Maybe they were just liquidating shorts. Yeah, absolutely nothing. Wow.
Yeah, I have no idea. But the thing is, like, this isn't. I don't know where you're trading. Where you're trading. I guess yeah, there are perps on Hyperliquid. So yeah, let's take a look here. Did people get aggressive on shorting Tensor essentially, and then someone came and hunted? Maybe. I mean, there's more volume on Tensor in the last 2 days than there's been the entire time it's been on Hyperliquid. Yeah, so I don't know much here. Maybe short hunting, maybe clearing the order books to the upside, and then who knows? Could be another attack on HLP vaults. Let me look at. Let's see if they have any Tensor in the liquidation vault. Let's go to the HLP vault. No, I'm not seeing any Tensor in here, so I don't know. I'm not sure why we are why we pumped like this. Could be anything. Sorry not to have any additional info there, Clemente.
Yeah, it's all good. What is DUPE?
DUPE, the Believe token that is like a furniture like purchasing app.
I was watching a podcast today, a comedy podcast, and there was a DUPE ad on it.
Yeah, it's like a Web2 platform. So like they went and raised money launching on Believe. It has a higher market cap than Believe does right now, or launch. I don't even know what it's called. Launchcoin, Pasternak, Believe, whatever you want to call it. Sitting at 19.8 million. It was number one in the App Store last week. I think we talked about it on the show. And it saw this huge run up from 16 and it went all the way up to 36 as they kind of like took over the App Store. Yeah, I
I
think
like this a lot. So if I want to buy something, I just put it in here. I post a link and they help me find something cheaper. Okay.
Yeah, so here's like this is like November 13th is when it had that pump, and it basically ran to the top of the App Store above even ChatGPT and Google.
I mean, that is sick, dude. Let me try this. I like these sandals, right? So I'm going to go and I like these sandals. Baby Johnny Guitar saying, talk about Open Door. What about Open Door? What do you I mean, I don't know what there's to talk about. It's dumping or it's pumping. Okay.
Rainbow
so
sandals.
I'm going to put these sandals in here, which I don't like these, but I'm just going to see like, boom. I just put it in. Now it takes me here. So for people just listening, it's researching and it's finding me things that are basically the exact same for much cheaper.
You get that first one. That fits you, Clemente.
Shine.
No. Shine. It looks like a woman's sandal.
And then Dupe redirects you. Nice find. Taking you to shine.com. Oh, that's why it's called Dupe.
It's a duplicate. Yeah.
It's a duplicate. So I can order it on Shine for $13. Dude, this is good. I mean, now I'm just getting bombarded with stuff. Okay, wait, hold on. I'm going back.
And your seed phrase is gone.
Yeah, Mayday. Now there's wait. What is going on here? All right, take me back to Dupe.
Are you doing any Black Friday shopping coming up next week?
Yeah, I'm trying to get a TV.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah?
What size? Yeah.
I don't know. 50-incher? What size are you trying to get?
I think 55 or 60 for our downstairs TV. It's like busted. Half of it's like darker than the other half. And we just live with it for years, but we don't watch too much TV. But we want to get something.
Oh, God. So nice. Open Door is dumping.
Oh, man. Do we ping PO and tell him to let us know why?
Opens at $6.77. This thing's giga dumping. What happens if I put a picture of like Choose Rich Nick on there?
On Dupe?
Yeah, on Dupe.
I think it sends you back like who would be we have Choose Rich Nick at home in terms of influencers. Does it give Mario Nawal?
I think this is okay. Here we go. So I just put Choose Rich Nick, his Bored Ape picture on there. Then it takes me to a new link. Oh, okay. So it just looks at so it basically just finds you things on other websites that look similar.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then they probably use like a custom ref link so that Dupe would get part of the revenue. It's really smart. Really, really smart. I love that actually.
Yeah, Dupe, let's work together.
Yeah, see what we can do? Look at that Dupe segment in here. Dupe. It's where you get your dupes.
Boom. Who is the Dupe guy? Bobby from Dupe.com. There you go. He grew WeWork from 1 country to 25 plus. Interesting. All right, Bobby. Oh, and with Black Friday, this thing is going to be absolutely sending. So should we buy Dupe? I know you don't like to buy it.
I told you my strategy is not buying these things that exist. We saw a giga pump here, when they hit #1 in the App Store.
What is an Eames chair? So
oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good idea. Look up an Eames chair. Just like Google Eames chair.
Like you literally want a Herman Miller type of thing right here?
Yeah. Yeah, like here, do this one. I'm going to send you a private.
25% off. I mean, this thing looks sick.
Yeah, that's the one.
All right, let's look at this. Dupe. Find me. Okay, so I just put it in Dupe. Rick Starr is saying this could be vibe coded and not that complicated to build. Then you build it, Rick. Then you build it. Boom, you can find it on Wayfair for 83% less.
Click the Wayfair one.
Walmart.
I'm curious.
I
It's a
just
nice
clicked
chair.
the
I could put one of
Walmart
those
one.
like right over here in the office.
I'm on Walmart now because you know what else I'm going to look up on Walmart?
Pudgy Penguins.
$500. No. Did you see this yesterday, Ray?
No. Is this why
They
Giga
just
pumped?
dropped. Yeah, look, they dropped a Giga Protein thing on on Walmart.
That's really
Giga
fun.
Fitness,
Giga up 50% on the day.
the Giga
70 mil market
difference.
cap.
I'm
We had a
like,
crime,
okay.
little crime yesterday too. This thing's ran from 31 to 70 over the last 3 days. But like, how does this affect the token?
Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to, right? The answer with 99.9% of things is that it doesn't affect the token. And
Only
we're
if
all
the founder goes to Solana headquarters and records a video with bangers does it affect the token.
the only reason it affects the token is if people feel like they can use this to sell, they can use it to like build a narrative to sell on someone else for more expensive. Pretty much.
Well, speaking of new tokens, selling on other people, duping, all of these things, did you see Jesse Pollack dropping a token today?
Yeah, and people were absolutely not very happy with him about it, which I'm like, dude, what?
So for anyone listening, we have Jesse's tweet pulled up. Jesse is launching on Base app from my account, jesse.base.eth. I'll share up all updates on Jesse directly on X and the Base app. You should be careful about anything you see. And then I believe this is coming out at 1 a.m. tonight, Eastern, or I don't know what time
No,
he's
it's
on.
12 p.m. today, right? 12 p.m. Eastern today.
Hold on.
Right,
I
he
saw
just
one.
he posted about this morning.
This here?
Yeah. Oh, at 1 a.m.? I mean, dude, why is he doing this weird ass shit? No, you're right.
Is that like it? But what time zone is he talking about here? Because this
I
is a
mean,
Chinese message.
yeah, make it as weird as fucking possible, Jesse.
Yeah,
Make it
write it in Chinese, say it at 1
confusing as
a.m.
possible.
the next day.
I could have
I don't
sworn it
know.
was 9 a.m. Eastern.
It said
Oh,
9
sorry.
p.m. Pacific. It said 900 Pacific, which would be 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Well, that's even.
No, it's 1 a.m. China. It's 9 a.m. or 1 a.m. China time.
Okay, so noon today.
God, I'm gonna kick Jesse's ass, dude. Yeah, it's 9 a.m. It's 12 p.m. Eastern.
Okay,
God
9 a.m.
damn it,
Pacific.
dude. God damn it.
Do you have the Base app?
No, but I don't. I could just buy it on Zora. No,
I don't know. I don't
is
know
this
how it's going to
different
be
than a
sold.
Zora coin?
I think it is. I don't think it's going to be a Zora coin.
It's on Zora. Of course, it's on Zora.
Are you sure?
Yes. Why else would
Okay.
Zora be up 22%?
Because people think it's on Zora. Does he mention it's on Zora anywhere?
Dude, it's a creator coin. It's got 1 million impressions.
Let's do a little more research here.
It's a content thing.
Because he says he's launching it on the Base app. Buyable in any Base app trading app. Like if he launches this and he doesn't launch it on Zora, Zora feels like a super simple short, right?
It's launching on Zora.
Okay.
It
Why is he
has
so?
to.
Why is he so? Why is this so complicated?
I'm gonna kick his ass.
Why
God
is this so
damn it.
complicated? All right,
We'll
let's
see.
go over to Zora. Shout out to all the listeners on Zora here. Got a bunch of them here commenting.
Yo, shout out to everyone listening on Zora. Shout out to all you guys.
We got not affiliated in the Zora saying Zora's on the base app. Check his replies. It is going to be paired with Zora.
Zora ecosystem. I apologize for my co-host Ray, just not fully understanding the beauty of the Zora ecosystem.
Is this his account officially?
Yes.
Why does he have a check mark? Oh, it would say unverified if it's not him. All right, so this would be the account to monitor then on Zora.
Zora is up because they put $11 million into liquidity into it yesterday. Got it.
Interesting. It's smart before this drop.
I bought Zora recently after I think the Robinhood partnership. I top blasted that. I'll dibble dabble a little bit more. When did I? This is not true. What's your price prediction on this, Ray? I think Zora is working on an anti-sniping mechanism for it.
That sounds great.
It feels like
it's going to be one of the top tokens. It's just a matter of where you place it.
It has to be number one.
Has to be number one, you say?
How are they going to avoid the sniping problem is my question.
We'll see. I suppose we will see. So you say it's number one. What is it, 5 mil?
Yeah,
10 mil?
The number one is 3.6 mil. It's going to be more than that.
Okay. Well, so what's your target?
My target, all-time high on day one, right? So you're going for the high on all-time one. This flirts with 10 mil, at least. Because you have to think about 50% of the supply is going to be locked.
I don't know. I don't know. It's hard because like what are these creator coins like worth in that scenario? Like it's very hard to pick a level, and then also where are you going to buy in? Like are you buying this at launch?
I'm not saying I'm buying it necessarily. Usually you don't want to buy these actually, especially on day one.
Yeah, like you need to avoid the sniping is like the main thing. I mean, today's not a bad day to drop it. I think the down markets, like when there's people not buying and not like aping into these things as much, I think are the better days to launch because you kind of get more organic price action over time. Whereas when things are frothy, you have that like everyone's watching spike up, sniper spike, and then a lot of people are just holding bags. So we'll see. I think I'm a buyer at like 2 to 3 mil and then see where it goes would be my thought.
Do you have the base app?
I do. I need to see if I have any invites for you.
I think I have it.
I had it. Like I was in some beta for it, and then I needed to like sign up for another.
It's this thing, right? Base, formerly Coinbase wallet.
Let me see.
And we're getting some enthralling alpha here. I do like the base. I mean, I saw people talking shit about base and building on base and how they regret building on it. But in reality, it's just if your product isn't good, doesn't matter what chain you're on. If it's trash, it's trash.
There you go. There's the alpha risk. You need to enable the beta mode. So I had to sign up for another invite to enable the beta mode. But I mean, the app is like really sick. With the new update to the base app, like I'm a big fan of it. Feels really nice. So that's also something that is like the low to no cost, like farming that I've been doing. So going on the base app, like doing some transaction, depositing to my account there, I think is important. No matter how much it is, making a trade or two on the base app. So I think that stuff is useful as well. I'm sure that will be a data point for any kind of base airdrop. So more alpha there. I'll check to see if I have any invites. If I do, you can bug me for them in like the whales chat and Bodalgo.
Yeah, I don't use beta mode. Only alpha mode.
Alpha mode.
All right. Anything else, Ray?
Let's take a look over. I can run through quick hitters. Kraken filed for an IPO. BlackRock's IBIT ETF had its worst day of outflows on record earlier this week. But the UAE tripled its stake in the BlackRock ETF yesterday. So we saw an interesting push there. We saw a U.S. congressman change his PFP to a pudgy penguin. We had Bitwise's XRP ETF going live today. BlackRock filed for a staked Ethereum ETF. And we talked about NVIDIA gaining 5% pre-market. Its earnings outperformed. Google hit a new all-time high as well yesterday. So we're seeing like a little bit of a mix in the macro. We're seeing like nice tailwinds on the crypto side with these ETFs coming out, but also outflows. So there's a lot of things that are just kind of like up and down right now. And that's kind of why I'm taking this position of just like trade new stuff, be in the trenches. Stop trying to swing trade things that are already out there.
Yep.
Well, thanks for the addition there. That's going to do it for today's show. Thank you for listening. It's been a wonderful Thursday. Be sure to tune in tomorrow as well. On Friday, we're going to be doing some giveaways for Yeet. The show's done Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern time. You can catch us on all major podcasting platforms, Spotify, Apple. Watch us back on YouTube, Zora now as well.